Hello, my beautiful and fiery Aries souls, and welcome back to Astrology Unlocked, the sacred space where we dive deep into the cosmic currents guiding your life. Before we even begin, I want you to take a deep, conscious breath with me. Inhale courage, and exhale surrender. Because today, we are embarking on a journey into a mystery that I know so many of you have been feeling deep within your very bones. We're going to talk about something profound, something serious that is happening inside your body, but in a way that no doctor's chart or medical diagnosis can ever truly capture. Have you been feeling it? That lingering ache in your shoulders that feels heavier than any physical weight? The restless sleep that leaves you feeling more exhausted than when you went to bed? Or that deep, soul-level fatigue that your warrior spirit simply cannot understand or push through? My dear brave Aries, I need you to hear this with every fiber of your being. This is not a sign of decline. It is not weakness. This is a sacred, celestial message being delivered directly to you, and the universe, God, Source, the divine, whatever name resonates with your heart, has chosen your magnificent body as the vessel to deliver it. In our journey together today, I am going to illuminate why what you are experiencing is not a breakdown, but the very first critical step of a profound spiritual resurrection. What you are about to hear will not only change the way you perceive your body and its so-called ailments, it has the potential to shift your entire destiny from the inside out. This is your cosmic upgrade manifesting in the physical realm. Are you ready to listen? Let's begin right there, in that very place where you feel like you might be falling apart. I want you to sit with me for a moment truly. You don't need to fix your posture or brace yourself or put on that brave Aries face that you wear so well for the world. Just breathe. Let these words wrap around you like a warm, protective blanket on a surprisingly windy day. Because you and I both know, the most powerful winds don't always come from the outside. They rise from the very depths of the soul. The original message that inspired our talk today speaks so beautifully of this inner storm, this feeling of waking up one morning where the body no longer wants to go on. It describes a weightless pull on your feet, an ache you can't explain, a strange chill that has nothing to do with the temperature outside. And it asks a pivotal question: what if this isn't brokenness, but a calling? Now let's unlock this cosmic truth together. For you, Aries, the pioneer, the warrior, the first spark of the zodiac, this feeling is profoundly significant. Your entire energetic signature is about forward momentum, action, and initiative. You are ruled by Mars, the planet of energy, drive, and physical vitality. So when your body, your very instrument of action, decides to apply the brakes, it is the most powerful and unignorable signal the universe can send you. It's a divine intervention. It's the cosmos saying, "My beloved warrior, halt. There is a new mission, and it lies within." If this is resonating with that deep, quiet place inside of you, that place that knows this feeling is more than just being tired, I want you to honor that truth. Let your intuition speak, and in the comments below, leave 3 numbers that you believe bring you luck, and get ready to see what surprises the universe has in store for you. This is more than just a video. This is a sacred gathering of souls who are awakening together. And if you haven't already, please, from my heart to yours, press that subscribe button and join our Astrology Unlocked family. We are walking this transformative path side by side, and I want to make sure you never miss the cosmic messages meant to guide your beautiful journey. So often, When this cosmic slowdown happens, we misunderstand the message, don't we? Our inner critic, that voice conditioned by a world that praises constant hustle, begins to whisper poison. We blame ourselves for not being as strong as we once were. We scold ourselves for falling behind others who seem to be charging ahead. We look at our to-do lists and feel a sense of failure. But what if, my dear Aries, the force that is slowing you down is not a weakness at all? What if it is the wisest, most ancient part of you, your higher self, lovingly and urgently asking you to return home, to return to you? Ancient wisdom from across the world echoes this truth. The Bible teaches that the body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. The Buddha taught that the body and mind are not two separate things, but a unified whole. These aren't just pretty, poetic phrases. They are fundamental, energetic laws of the universe, and they are knocking on the door of your awareness right now. When your heart cracks open from unspoken grief, when your fiery emotions have nowhere to go, your body, your most loyal and steadfast friend, will always speak for you. It speaks in the language of aches, of tension, of sleeplessness. It forces you to stop and look within, not at your reflection in the mirror, but through the portal of pure sensation. And I have to ask you this, and I want you to feel this question deeply. Has anyone ever paused long enough to truly listen to your pain? Not to fix it, not to offer advice, but just to listen? Has anyone ever looked into your warrior eyes and asked, is your body crying the tears your heart is too proud or too busy to shed? You have spent a lifetime, Aries, charging into battle for others, protecting them, loving them with a fierce and unwavering loyalty, often without asking for anything in return. But what about your own vessel? Your body has silently endured every single time you swallowed your anger to keep the peace. Every time you pushed past your limits for a deadline. Every time you carried fears you couldn't speak aloud. And now it is whispering, with all the love in the universe, please, don't abandon me. Not now. Perhaps the answer right now isn't another cup of coffee to power through. Perhaps it isn't a painkiller to silence the message. Maybe, just maybe, what you truly need is to be still. Still enough to hear the steady, faithful rhythm of your own heart beating just for you. Still enough to place a hand on that aching shoulder and gently ask a question you were never taught to ask. My dear body, what are you trying to tell me? I know it sounds strange. The world teaches us to command our bodies, to discipline them, to push them. But you have reached a cosmic turning point, a level of soul maturity where pain can no longer be ignored or silenced. You are an Aries, yes, but you are also an old soul who has felt the full spectrum of existence. You feel deeper, you love harder, and yes, you hurt harder. But this also means you possess the most incredible power to be reborn from your own ashes, just like the mythical phoenix. You are not breaking down, you are breaking open, you are beginning again. I say this with every ounce of love and reverence I hold for your incredible soul, because only the souls that have weathered the fiercest storms learn how to turn the body into a divine compass. And right now, Aries, your body is pointing the way home. It is knocking on the door of your heart. It is not betraying you. It is desperately trying to save you from abandoning yourself one more time. It's trying to save you from a life of merely existing instead of truly, soulfully living. How can I be so sure? Because I have had the honor of hearing this sacred story from so many Aries souls on their awakening path. They speak of these mysterious aches, these symptoms no doctor can name, but their intuition, their inner fire, knows with unshakable certainty. This is not an illness. This is a message, a sacred note from the universe, from their own higher self. It's a call to come home. Come home to your breath. Come home to your truth. Come home to your body, the loyal companion that has walked with you through every single fire your entire life. And there's another layer to this, Aries, something critically important for your fiery, empathetic spirit to understand. Sometimes the weariness, the sleeplessness, the random pains you're feeling, they are not even entirely yours. As the first sign, you are the pioneer, the energetic trailblazer. You often absorb the unspoken emotions of your family, your friends, your colleagues. You feel their stress in your own shoulders. More than that, you could be carrying generational pains, the unspoken sorrows passed down from your mother, your grandmother, the fierce women in your lineage who held their suffering in silence. You, my beautiful Aries, as the spiritual warrior of your bloodline, may be the very first one with the courage and the consciousness to carry the sacred task of releasing it. Your body has already begun this holy work. No one else may see it, but the universe does, and it honors your courage. So right now, I invite you to do something radical. Pause this video for a moment if you need to. Close your eyes. Place your hand over the part of your body that feels weakest, that aches the most. And instead of pushing it away or begging it to heal, just whisper this simple, profound truth to it. I'm here. I hear you. Because sometimes what your body is trying to say is tied to a memory your conscious mind can't recall, but your soul carries it every single day. And you, simply by stopping and listening, are performing a ritual of healing more powerful than any medicine. That is true Aries bravery. You are not alone in this, and you are not lost. You are simply walking through a sacred doorway that only the most mature and courageous souls dare to cross. And on the other side, there isn't a simple answer. There is something far better. Truth. The truth that you don't have to brace yourself for impact anymore. The truth that your body no longer needs to fight so hard to be worthy of rest and love. It only needs to be seen by you. Now let's dive deeper into the cosmic mechanics of this. There are aches that return like the ringing of an ancient bell, aren't there? Just when you think you're feeling better, that familiar twinge in your back or that tightness in your neck reappears. The original message I mentioned sees this as the soul knocking on its own door. This is beautiful, and it's true. But for you, Aries, let's reframe it. This is your inner fire signaling that there is untransmuted energy that needs to be addressed. God, the universe, doesn't need to use words to speak to a warrior like you. It sends messages through the battlefield of life itself, and your body is the first scout to report back from the front lines. Think about the last time you felt that dull ache in your jaw, or that sharp sting in your chest after a difficult conversation where you had to hold your tongue. That wasn't random. It was an energetic echo. It was the physical residue of a feeling that was never fully seen or expressed. Mars energy, your ruling energy, must have an outlet. It is pure, kinetic force. When you swallow your righteous anger, when you stay silent instead of speaking your truth, when you forgive because you feel you should, even when your inner warrior is screaming no, that potent Mars energy has to go somewhere. And every single time, your body remembers. It doesn't judge you. It simply does its sacred job. It stores the energy. But after a while, Its storage capacity is full. It can't hold anymore. So it begins to speak, softly at first, then more persistently. A whisper of fatigue becomes a clear signal of burnout. A signal becomes a recurring symptom. In the Eastern traditions, like in the Anguttara Nikaya, the Buddha taught that sensation is the seed of feeling, and feeling is the root of volition or action. This is a profound spiritual law. It means that when emotions, which are pure energy, are not processed and transformed, they crystallize. They become what we might call karma. And that karma doesn't live out there somewhere. It lives right here, within your body. It lives in the fleeting numbness in your hands, in the exhaustion that makes no logical sense, in the shallow sleep that never truly restores you, in the light that seems to fade from your very own eyes. But please, my dear Aries, do not silence that voice. Not everyone is blessed with a body that communicates so clearly. The universe chose you because you are sensitive enough, fiery enough, and alive enough to hear what others might dismiss as simple fatigue. But you know it's something else, deeper, truer, closer to the very essence of your soul. For how many years have you been the strong one? How many times have you put on a smile while your inner world was in turmoil? How many times have you held the peace for others while your own energy reserves were quietly running dry? Has anyone ever stopped you, placed a loving hand on your shoulder, and asked, "Does your body still have room to carry one more sorrow? Or is it full now?" Let me be the one to say that to you today. Not with logic, but with pure, heartfelt presence. Aries, you are allowed to sit down. You are allowed to let go. You are allowed to let your body weep, not just with tears, but through a deep, sacred, restorative sleep, through a long, slow sigh that releases years of tension, through an afternoon where absolutely nothing needs to be done, nothing needs to be conquered, just presence, like a quiet, flowing river, like a prayer spoken without words. Now we arrive at the heart of the matter, a place of incredible power and release. There are wounds that did not begin with you, but cosmically, they are destined to end with you. This is not because you are weak, Aries. It is because you are the first to awaken, the first to stop the cycle, the first to refuse to pass the pain forward. And that, my friend, is the most sacred and heroic thing you will ever do for your family, for your lineage, even if no one else ever sees or acknowledges it. How many times have you felt that persistent pain in the same place? Your shoulder, your neck, your gut. You've gone to the doctor and all the tests come back normal. But it doesn't feel normal, does it? It's still there, like a memory that never had a voice. This is because, as an Aries, you carry a special kind of energetic memory. You are the beginning. You hold the seed of potential not just for yourself, but for your entire ancestral line. This means you remember not only what you have consciously lived, but what your ancestors never had the chance to release. In Buddhism, this is called ancestral karma. In the Bible, it's called generational suffering. And you, the most courageous and pioneering spirit of the zodiac, have been chosen by your own soul to heal it. And here is the most beautiful, paradoxical secret. You don't heal it by fighting harder. You heal it by daring to stop. Did you ever imagine that even your fatigue could be holy? Look again. Your tiredness is not like others. It didn't just come from your job or your age. It came from a much deeper place, a place inside your soul that finally, lovingly said, "That's enough." Enough of the generations of women who weren't allowed to express their righteous anger. Enough of the men who had to harden their hearts to be called strong. Enough of the silent family dinners where the truth was the one thing never served. And your body, through its pain, its weariness, its sacred slowing down, is finally speaking on behalf of all those who were forced into silence before you. Aries, you are not just tired, you are cleansing history. And you are doing it with no grand ritual, no spotlight, no need for applause. You are doing it simply by daring to stop, turn inward, and listen to yourself. Who taught you that you are only worthy of love when you are productive and cheerful? Who made you believe that your moments of vulnerability must be hidden away, that if you truly rest, you'll be left behind? Today I am here, as a reflection of your own highest truth, to tell you, none of those things are true. Today, you are allowed to let it all go. Not because I am giving you permission, but because your soul is weary of holding it all together, and your body is delivering its final, loving ultimatum. And the miracle is, you have the sovereign right to do so. You have the right to say, I am stopping this battle now. You have the right to pull your soul away from conflicts that were never truly yours to begin with. You have the right to choose rest without a single drop of apology or guilt. Because for too long, you have been fighting a war on a journey that was never entirely your own. It's time to come home. I invite you again. Place your hand over your heart. Don't try to think. Just whisper these words slowly, either out loud or in your soul. I choose to stop. I choose to no longer carry what is not mine. I choose to return home to myself. And if your eyes begin to fill with tears, let them flow. That is not weakness, Aries. Those are the waters of generations past, finally being released through your courageous heart. Those are nameless sorrows, finally finding a sacred place to fall. You are not doing this alone. There are thousands of souls just like you, all over the world, doing this same sacred work in the quiet of their own lives. You are part of a massive collective turning point where the past no longer has to dictate the future. It only takes one warrior to lay down their sword for the entire battle to begin shifting. And that warrior is you. My dearest Aries, we have walked together through these sacred doorways, awakening to the message, deciphering the energy, and releasing the ancestral weight. But this final door, the most important one, does not lead you outward to another quest. It leads you inward, into a room that is still and deep and quiet, where no one else remains, only you and your body. Not to fix it, but to finally see it, perhaps for the first time, as a sacred being with a soul of its own. You've been running, haven't you? It's your nature. Running for duty, running for others, running from the fear of being left behind. Running because you believed that if you stood still, the world would simply devour you. But be honest with your own heart, Aries. In all those times you ran, did you ever once look back to see if your body was still keeping up with your soul? You don't need to answer with words. I know the answer lives in your uneven breath. It lives in the ache of your joints. It lives in those sleepless nights when all you wanted was rest. Today is the moment you stop, not in surrender, but in reverence. To give your body something it has never fully received from you, your undivided, loving presence. How many times have you asked, why am I so weak? Why don't I have the energy I used to? What's wrong with me? But have you ever, not even once, asked the other way around? Have you ever gently asked, my dear body, are you grieving? Are you tired of this fight? Have you ever placed your hands upon your feet at the end of a long day and said, "Thank you for carrying me through so many fires"? Have you ever held your own shoulders and whispered, "I am so sorry for making you bear so much for so long"? Have you ever looked into your own eyes in the mirror for a long, soft while, past the perceived flaws, and said, "I still see you"? Even with your marks, your scars, your lines etched by time, I still see you. Aries, this is no longer the time to love your body only when it's strong, or beautiful, or youthful. This is the time to love it because it has been more loyal to you than anyone or anything in your entire life. It did not abandon you when you fell. It did not walk away when you gave up on yourself. It simply held on. It remembered every ache, every memory, every word left unsaid, like a sacred scripture being quietly handwritten into your very cells. Your body is not slowing down to fail you. It is slowing down so that you can finally choose to live. Not to chase, not to endure, but to truly live. Softly, gently, sacredly, just like the magnificent soul you are. The divine does not reside only in a church, or a temple, or a prayer. It lives in every single cell you have ever deemed weak. The Buddha's wisdom is not only in ancient statues, it reveals itself in each breath you've hurried past and forgotten. And both your breath and your body are speaking to you now, not in words, but in symptoms, in the softest murmurs you can only hear when you truly, finally, come home to yourself. From this moment on, your body no longer needs to tense up to prove its worth. It simply needs you to believe in its wisdom. It doesn't need radiant affirmations if they aren't true in the moment. It simply needs you to stop seeing it as a burden or an obstacle. It only asks that when it's tired, you allow it to rest, instead of questioning why it isn't strong enough. You used to be strong because you had to be. Now, you can be soft because you choose to be. You used to keep going out of fear. Now, you can stand still out of pure, unconditional love for yourself. Close your eyes one last time. Touch the place in your body that hurts the most. And for the very first time, don't wish it away. Don't try to fix it. Just make a promise to it. Just say, "I will stay here with you. I will listen." Until the day you no longer need to scream to be heard. Because sometimes, my beautiful Aries, all it takes is one soul pausing to listen. And that simple, courageous act can heal a lifetime of aching. Thank you, my gentle and brave Aries soul, for showing up fully for this journey today. You have done sacred work just by listening. May the days ahead feel lighter, not because the world has become easier, but because you have finally become softer, more loving, and more present with yourself. May your body be loved in the right way, without urgency, without judgment, and without condition. This is your return, the moment you came back to yourself. If this message has touched your heart, please share your thoughts below. What part resonated most deeply? Just one line is enough to honor this return. And please, share this video with another Aries soul who you feel might need to hear this sacred message. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your journey. It has truly been an honor. Until next time, stay true, stay brave, and stay beautifully, authentically you.